before you to discuss, 3 garbage trucks and then also the street sweeper applying for that.
That's a lot.
Yes, sir. The reason why we're asking for such a, normally on these types of grants, normally there's only a 20% funding mechanism, or can vary to different percentage rates. This funding mechanism is will pay 80% of the vehicle, and the city is only paying 20%. And so I provided, did you receive 2 pages on the memo? I provided a proposed budget for you on page 2. When I printed my copy off, I did not have the page 2.
For 4 vehicles, what would the city's portion be?
I'm going to have to rely on you all.
219,860.
Yes, because I didn't have that. It's on that. The city's portion would end up being 219. The cost of the 4 vehicles was $1 million.
$1,099,080. $1,099,080.
And what's your annual budget for maintenance on your garbage trucks and street sweeper now?
Currently on just the garbage truck is 80. My annual budget is proposed at 50,000. It generally runs 80,000, and the street sweeper is 10,000 on maintenance.
So we're looking at a 4-year payback basically off maintenance.
Yes, sir. We've reduced that maintenance drastically. That's what we're looking at. Once
So we
again,
sell the current vehicles then to offset that.
no, because this is an emissions reduction plan, so those vehicles will have to be turned over to salvage and the blocks destroyed, the engine blocks
So
destroyed.
we get nothing for them.
And we're putting our equipment back on new chassis. That's what you're really talking about.
No, sir, we're actually getting new equipment also with it. The new rear loaders, new street sweeper, both equipment pieces. On this,
Just the same size trucks that we're running now.
32-yard trucks.
And isn't it correct that even though we applied for it, it's a very strong possibility others are maybe, 2?
Yes, there's, in our research with the school bus grant, when the school buses went through, city may apply for 20 and receive 10. In our situation, we may apply for the 4 and only receive 2. It's dependent on the committee that goes forward, and each individual vehicle has to have a special series of pictures, identifying numbers, and if I miss one segment in that, it gets kicked out. And that's,
Well, when we got the 2 trucks some years back, I know we had the drill and show and everything destroyed the block. But remember, we sold the rest for salvage. Did we do that? It seems like we did. Did we, Marvin?
I don't remember doing the salvage, but I do think
Destroying the block.
this one, yeah, you have to get rid of the block.
Yeah, I understand, but I think what was left was able to salvage or something.
Yeah, they're wanting to make sure it doesn't send
That's what we
looting
that
in another
engine-
city.
That engine was not used again.
well, the reason I'm here before you is because of the opportunity of the 80%.
Well, I understand that.
And we are, normally and through our processes that we would replace 1 or 2 garbage trucks at the interval times when it needs to be in the budget. But with this 80%,
Should they approve all of them, that's still less than one of these trucks would cost. The street sweeper or the garbage truck, it's still less than one.
Street sweeper we have is not in good shape anyway.
it's fair. But we did spend the maintenance on it.
You say barely, it's barely on the streets, it's in the shop.
I mean, even ran into the road in general.
We're taking a lot of abuse of the streets with this.
And that's because we go down there and use it to suck up the water, which we're not designed for, but that's so people get in on their driveways. In businesses, I mean, that's, until that's fixed, that street sweeper is gonna take a beating.
Can't suck up water with it.
Hmm?
It's not designed to suck up water.
It will do it, but on a constant basis, it rushes it out.
Because, yeah, it's more like a electric motors, water. Yeah. kind
I
of.
mean, it is water with.
Kind of like a
It uses
sanitizer without water, so
between-
the valve that picks up.
But what the mayor described on the few areas that we take it to after the rain, and we fill it full of water by sucking water up off the street. Because the curb and gutter doesn't run properly.
And on the boulevard, we have businesses do the same thing, trying to, so they maintain.
Stormwater task force will take care of that though, right?
Well, they've added to the maintenance. They actually have. And the task force has got these projects both on James and Shimmy Street. Those are the first ones.
Shimmy, well,
Yes, sir.
there's one thing that we can put on like,
So this, to me, is a no-brainer to apply for it, and we get whatever we can, it's saving money and costs. Because it's horrible, we pay $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a year just to maintain the little truck we have out there that's we're out.
This just allows me to apply for it, and then we will still bring it back before you.
Make a motion that we apply for it.
So, how long does it take to get an answer back? Like next year, budget thing?
No, as far as before we make any payments, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as before we make any payments, yes. But as far as to get an answer back, we'll know an answer before June, or June.
We have a motion second to consider approval authorizing the Director of Public Works submit for the 80/20 grant funding under the Texas Volkswagen Emission Mitigation Program. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
That's right, work.
Item number 10, consider approval of authorizing city manager to enter into an agreement with smartphone meter reading systems for meter reading software and support services.
Kind of be a little brief about this, but I do need to explain some background history. Currently, right now, we read meters manually with a Northrop handheld system. It's a device, large, small computer device. He inputs those readings on a daily basis, and any and other all information that we can gather in there. Then it's taken and downloaded on a basis. Northrop is not making that device anymore and are no longer supporting the software. They did sell the rights to another company, so even though we still have the machines and they'll work, we'll have supporting software, but once the machine does go out, we do not have a fix for that. So in my researches for the future, when we're looking at automated meter reading systems, I come across this company that basically is smartphone meter reading. It's done on an actual smartphone. One of the advantages is that when that meter reader there is taking that reading just like he would on the handheld system, it will as soon as he punches that reading in, it records the date, time, GPS location of that meter, so we know he's actually read that meter. We can put that to the public if they come question that. And one of the new features about it is that it will alert him that that meter reading is wrong, high or low, and it says take a picture. And basically he'll take a picture of that and right there, so that's going to eliminate man hours on readings because the utility billing coordinator then can look at the picture, confirm everything was there. If there's still any other problems, then we would, but we're looking at reducing man hours and utility billing coordinator hours by just having this one feature on there. The second part of the feature is once it records those GPS signals, I can use those signals over into a GPS system as we move forward in mapping, things like that. I can give those coordinates over to the engineer. He can actually pinpoint where all the meters are, put them on a map. Allows me to be able to reduce staff training time if I have a new meter reader because the GPS signals are in there. Currently, right now, if I lose 2 staff members, we're going to spend a lot of staff time looking for some meters because they know where they're at. They're there every week looking at it. Excited about the system. Currently provided in the packet all the information about it, and then also the references for the company. And I receive weekly emails. Different cities are coming on board. City of Fort Worth is on board. This past week, the previous city,